It's Blackberry Today, episode 20. Is that a Creavure in your pants? This is brought to you by Telestream, makers of Flip for Mac, the best way to see your Windows files on your Mac. Welcome, everybody. It is some episode of I don't know what number we're on. All right. I need a drink, though. Hold on. Let me make sure I cover logos appropriately.
Oh, nice. See, and I went with a different one to do, too. Look at... Oops, don't look at that brand. Sorry.
Right. Sorry. Oh, wait. I'm going to do water, too. It's kind of have to have a little... Off we go.
Okay.
It's been a minute. And it's not like we have new devices in our hands. I apologize to the world for that. We don't have new devices. They've shown them on the web, but we don't have them. So we'll be all right with that.
It's episode 20.
Episode 20. I don't know what episode it was. I was just playing around.
Oh, okay.
Are you ready to go after this?
Go after? What am I going after?
Big news. We're going to be talking a little bit about the Blackberry 10, I think.
Yeah.
I'd hope. Some devices are showing up in the wild.
Mm-hmm.
I should say in demo. Mm-hmm. And you've got all the new stuff. I don't even know what to tell you. I think we're just going to go for the news.
News. And I don't know why. I was feeling old school. My news is on a piece of paper.
Nice.
So, yeah, there we go. Perfect. News is, as we possibly all know, Blackberry 10 is to be unveiled soon. They're actually holding an event January 30th. 2013.
Okay.
They are expected to unveil Blackberry 10 and also two devices, one being the full touchscreen device and then one also being the QWERTY keyboard.
This is a full touchscreen device.
QWERTY.
Oh, but it's running Blackberry 10.
Blackberry 10.
Okay.
Yes.
So what does that mean for our friends, the consumers? What do they get out of Blackberry 10?
Well, one of the things they get is Blackberry World. No longer Blackberry App World, but now Blackberry World.
We all need that.
Which, yes, because they've dropped the name app. So that means huge differences. But basically, in addition to applications and games, they will also now have music, movies, and, quote, other digital content.
Okay. So one of the things I know about Blackberry 10, which was a big deal, was this more segregation of personal data and business data. Being able to isolate them inside the device more than they do now. BlackBerry Protect does it a little bit now, and then more active sync integration. So you'll be able to hook easier to things like Exchange and IBM Domino and a few of those. So that's one of the big things. Right now, the Bez server's there. You could still use the Bez server if you want the secure, managed, everything else. And currently you get one BlackBerry per user. But with the new Blackberry 10, you'll be able to run multiple email accounts or multiple devices. You'll be able to use ActiveSync to hook to things. And you can split that personal versus business container, which is pretty cool.
Interesting. So one interesting thing I have seen, and that they have the Dev Alpha C program, I think they're calling it, right? Which is where they're trying to get developers interested in developing for Blackberry 10.
Oh, yes. I just saw an article on that. Keep going. Yes. Something about giving away big stuff.
Yeah. They've given away some of the Blackberry 10 devices.
Okay.
In order to get people, interested in developing, which is great and fantastic. And I would be very excited to see a big ecosystem, which of course is the word being thrown around quite a bit, built up for applications for BlackBerry devices.
Okay.
One thing I noticed though today is I was looking for something new for my Playbook.
Yes.
I wanted to go find some cool new apps and everything, right, to show everybody. Yeah. No.
No,
so
what?
The list of the top free apps in Blackberry World is pretty much the same list it was 4 months ago.
Really? I'm going to look while you finish your news. I'm going to look because now I'm really disappointed. I've been depressed all the time about App World. And we got beat up about it once before.
Yeah, I mean, this isn't the fault. This isn't the fault of App World, the application as far as how it runs and searches and looks for things. I think this is just maybe I'm hoping that all the application developers are now like, ooh, BlackBerry 10. I'm hoping, but yet, in another way, it's kind of sad that if they're all just ditching Playbook, or maybe there's just no developers out there and it's all hype. I don't know.
Well, so I went into App World. So the current category that leads it is Starter Kit, App Essentials for your BlackBerry. BBM Music, BlackBerry Protect, Facebook Messenger.
Oh, you're on your BlackBerry.
Right, and I'm trying to tell people, Skyscanner, a flight search thing, TripAdvisor, Flickster, some radio, Nubex, Rovo, Wikitude, Shazam, Dropbox, Evernote, BlackBerry Bridge, Fandango, Foursquare, Photo Studio, Messenger, Twitter, Travel. There's a lot of apps in here that it should be. Groupon, yeah, that's everybody needs Groupon. And Instaphoto, not Instagram.
Right, no Instagram.
Those are filters. They're and it says in the description, 25 Instagram-like effects to modify your photo. Unfortunately, everything in the starter kit is free except for that one. That one's $3. So I don't understand what they're going to be doing. And I want to know, will all these apps work on BlackBerry 10? Meaning, will it be backwards compatibility?
I don't know that.
I think you should know these answers because no one knows these answers, right?
So then another, this isn't news, but it was just something I discovered. I don't know if this is, and I should do research, but I was being a consumer. I don't know if this is the fact that the app got pulled, or if it's a bad search function in App World on the Playbook. But I had read about a Netflix app, like an official Netflix app, which all it could do was play with your queue. You couldn't actually stream shows. Right. But I went to go get it, and it's not in here. So I don't know if it got pulled, which is interesting, or if I just can't find it with the search in App World. So
I've given up on App World.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so another interesting thing I saw was BlackBerry Flow. So BlackBerry Flow.
Yeah.
It looks to be RIM's answer to the Android Swipe and SwiftKey applications. Now, I know you're going to make faces and you're going to say it could never compare. But I'll say it looked pretty good. Whereas there's really nothing. Yeah, there's really nothing on iOS devices. By the way, there's just autocorrect, right? So if I type the word balloon incorrectly, it replaces it with the word balloon. But it doesn't do predictive type ahead. This looked to be predictive type ahead. Is it as good as SwiftKey or Swipe or whichever one it is that you think is better? I don't know. But it looked pretty good.
I keep saying this Torch 2 does predictive. It predicts the words I'm going to type.
But it predicts one word at a time.
Yeah, so it doesn't predict like a whole sentence, but it does at a time.
So like if you started typing BAL, it would try to do ball, and then if you typed in O, it would do balloon, right? But it wouldn't say, I saw a pretty red, and then do balloon off of the B. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Gotcha. Whereas I think this is supposed to be more like the SwiftKey, where it does more of the predictive stuff. Anyway, it looked pretty cool. It's pretty exciting. I think if BlackBerry has something like that, especially for the new devices, and particularly because it's something that iOS doesn't have. Nice.
Excellent. Other fun news that I know, is, we still have in our hands Playbook, updated again. Mm-hmm. What are we at? OS...
something.
2101088. I have no idea what it gives you, but that's the recent update for it. My Playbook has not been used very much lately. I was playing, it's got some cool games. There was some more apps. It was really doing stuff for me. And then it just kind of fell to the wayside. You know, they gave away a few good games. They had the Modern Combat, which was cool. Run and Crowd, Shadowgun. So it's had some good games. And it's a really good gaming one. But once you get past the games, I really don't use it that much.
Which is interesting because I know a few people who totally disagree with you.
They use it for everything.
They use it for everything, and they use it constantly. Now, what I'd be curious to know is if those people had another brand of tablet before, or this is their first.
That's a good question. I don't know that answer. But I know that right now a whole bunch of apps have updated, and I'm scared to click it because We're recording.
Yeah,
and
don't do
some of them
that.
are big.
So, because the reason I ask that is I think a lot of times if people haven't had any tablet, it's a rockin' tablet, right? You know, it's got some stuff and you can do some things and there's some games and it's awesome. If you've had another tablet, say, you know, an iPad, and it's got whatever it's got on it and you've gotten used to that, I think then you look at the playbook and you're like, it doesn't have XYZ.
Gotcha. Okay.
Which is why mine might be a little bit dusty right now.
A little bit dusty?
A little bit dusty.
Excellent. I just kicked something. I didn't know what it was. I had to check.
Perfect.
Well, I wanted to make sure it wasn't something I should know about. So you want to let's do our apps, and then we'll do a quick ad, and then we'll do our tips and stuff. Am I first for apps?
Yeah, because I'm making sure that mine update. It was updating before we started recording, so.
I'm gonna mention one, and I'm gonna talk about the other one. WebEx, new one for the BlackBerry. Slick. Attend your meetings, understands the bridges. The WebEx one's cool, but that's not the one I'm going to talk about.
Okay.
I just wanted to bring that up, that the WebEx one, if you guys are doing meetings, it's pretty slick. So what I have is, and I got in trouble for this because of the updates, but the new LinkedIn. So they updated it 2.0. It's free. It hooks to your LinkedIn profiles, put some screenshots up. It's very slick, though. The way it reads your timeline, the way it sees those you interact with, the way it does your contacts. LinkedIn 2.0 for the BlackBerry is pretty darn good. You do have to sign in, as you can imagine. Keep in mind, a while ago, LinkedIn had their big password problem, so people freaked out a little bit. So if you've changed your password, great. If you haven't, change it. It's been a while since they've had the problem, but a lot of people still didn't know that they did it. So new login. Off it goes. So it has LinkedIn Today at the top. It has your recent updates. If you hit the drop down, what you'll get is things about you, your inbox, your network, and I said we'll put some screenshots up. Your profile itself, they've made it a little friendlier, is what they've done. You can send new invitations, you can do new messages, you can search your connections. Some of this was there, but not as strong as it was before. And just by typing someone's name, what you're able to do is, boom, there you go. You showed right up in the little search there right away. Yeah. It's fast. It responds well. They really did a good job updating it. So I kind of like that they did this much work to it. I don't like their menu. That's one thing I don't like, is it's too short, if that makes sense. There's not enough menu options to let me jump around. I always have to go back to the main screen to get to updates, to get to the inbox, to get to the network. And there's no groups. So I can't manage and get to my groups, which I'd like to do because I do a lot of interaction on LinkedIn now through groups. If you don't, you should, because that's where a lot of the stuff is in the groups. Otherwise, you're able to open up someone's account. You're able to see their current profile picture. You're able to get some background information, their recent updates that they have as well, which I like, how many shared connections you have and who they are, and a summary and specialties, and then it breaks into their experience. So they've done a good job of making the UI work really well on your mobile device. So LinkedIn, but also don't forget about WebEx, because I'm all business right now. So WebEx and LinkedIn is kind of what we're hitting for. Good. Oh, and to log out, by the way.
Yeah.
To go into options where the privacy policy and agreement is, and then click log out, and it'll say yes. And then it'll log you out from the app itself. Okay. That is my app. I'm saying go get the new 2.0 LinkedIn.
I'm sorry. I was playing this game.
Absolutely perfect.
Was I supposed to be listening? I'm sorry.
Because you're up.
Okay. So my app was actually one I found for my kids.
Nice.
And it's a pretty cute little game, and it was free. And I have no idea how you pronounce it, but it's Creavers.
Oh, Creavers. Yeah, I've got that. Yeah.
So it's actually a pretty cute little game. Show you there. Where there's little creature dudes. Yeah. And, they run around and they do stuff and they jump. And this guy, throws quills and stuff like that and, climbs up and stuff. I don't know. It's cute. And I like the controls on it. I just didn't even know you could do that. And I'm shooting quills at the bad guy here, and I died. Okay, so but it's a pretty cute little game, and it's free, and it passed the 6-year-old boy test.
Now, how big is it? Do you know?
It's pretty big.
Really?
Yeah. So I have a pretty small Playbook, actually. I think I have the small one. And I had to delete some apps. Not because it's like gigantic, but just...
You know what? Let me look. I can tell you because right now mine is looking to update. Mm-hmm. So let me go to my world on my Playbook and let me go to Creavers. Was it Creavers?
Creavers.
124 meg. It's called Creavers, and this is the free old version in parentheses.
Yes. I don't know why they gotta say that, make you feel bad about it, but yeah.
Yeah, that sucks.
But it's a cute little game, and it's free, because as you know, I don't really like to pay money for anything.
Yeah, and I was trying to upload a little 2 meg one for Advanced Wireless Forums HD, and it's telling me that something's wrong with that file, but the other ones are updating fine. Photo Studio that's on the Playbook is still upgradable. Tetris for the Playbook, which was free.
Yep, I've got that.
Upgradable. So there's a lot of upgrades on apps across the board.
Yep.
But Creavers, it's still a version 1.0 product.
But you know what? It's fine. Like I'm not sitting there thinking, oh, I really wish they'd update that. You know what I mean? It's not, there's nothing, it works. It's
right.
Cute. It's fun.
I'm trying to upgrade this Advanced Wireless one more time.
While we're recording. Perfect. Okay. So I'll do
We live on the edge.
I'll do, you need to talk about our sponsor, and then I'll do our tip.
Yeah, we'll talk about tips in just a second.
Okay.
So our sponsor, we actually working with Telestream right now. This is a surprise to you. Telestream. So for those of you that are also Mac users, you will love us. Telestream, they have Flip for Mac, which helps you play Windows Media files on your Macintosh for free. They also have upgraded versions. They have Pro, they have Studio, so you can convert all your different formats to be playable on your Macintosh.
Ooh.
They also have some recording, editing software for things that you do. But their biggest thing is Flip for Mac. So what they do is they let you play Windows Media files. You can get the one for free, or you can buy some of the upgrade ones, which will let you do some simple conversions all the way from like $29 all the way up to like $99 for the professional studio versions. But it'll let you import, export, and play all those dreaded Windows Media files that you can't play on your Macintosh because there's no good codecs or files or filters. It does it for you. And if you have other video apps, it shows up in your preferences for system preferences in your Mac. But if you have other video apps that need a player for it, this will integrate fine with those.
Cool.
So Telestream, and we will put the link below. And of course, we will put it in the show notes for you to grab. So, all right, we're back to you for tips.
So my tip actually comes to us from a viewer.
Okay. We've had a bunch of those.
Yeah. Which is awesome because, then I don't have to come up with a tip.
I like the way that works.
So this is Dane B. I'm going to guess is how he pronounces it. DAYNEB. And he sent us a two-part tip, and I really like it. So he says... based off of watching something in episode 18, another tip is to use your BBM as your grocery list. Great if you and your significant other also have Blackberries. Create a group and use the shared list function. So I thought that was pretty cool in and of itself, right? So shared lists are always a cool thing, right? Because there's whatever, Christmas list, grocery list, all kinds of stuff, to-dos, any of that kind of stuff. It's great if you can share it because then you update it and they see it. The second part of his tip was actually the cool part to me. We use the priority option to manage it. High means it needs to be purchased. Low means it has been purchased. In this way, when you sort, the high's at the top and the low drops to the bottom. Now, the reason I like this is because you might have a shared list, but you don't always keep what's been purchased on a list, right?
Right.
You go buy milk, you're not going to leave milk on the list. But he does, so it drops to low. And the reason I think that's good is because then when the other person goes, hey, I think we were out of milk, if they didn't see it on the list, they'd be like, oh, yeah, we need milk. Let me go get milk. I'll put it on the list and go get milk. Whereas if it's on the list, but it's low priority, they go, hey, I know, he bought milk. I don't have to go get milk. I thought that was a cool part of the tip. You seem unimpressed, but I thought that was
I seem confused because can't I just put a line through it when we buy it?
I suppose you could.
I'm just asking. Can you use strike through?
I thought that was nice. I don't know if you can. Can you use strike through? I don't know if you can.
I don't know if you can either, but gosh darn it, that's confusing. I like it.
I liked it.
No, it's just confusing.
I liked it.
It's put it on the... Okay. All right. Mine this week for a tip. We're back to battery saving. So we've been running.
Always good.
We've been running. More people been moving to other platforms. So what do you use? Everybody uses WhatsApp. It's free on the BlackBerry, but it costs money on the other platforms. It costs like $1 or whatever it was. Like iOS is like $1. I think it's
99 cents. Yep.
maybe free for Android. I don't know, but it's free on BlackBerry. But it kills your battery. What I found is if I make sure that I shut it down and have the chats there, it'll still receive a push message. But if I leave it running as an actual app and don't close it, exit it, it just sucks the battery dry.
Interesting.
So I go in, I say exit, it shuts it down. Now when I open a message the first time, it takes a second longer to open it because it's firing up the whole app. But when I shut this thing down, battery lasts so much longer. But when WhatsApp's running all the time, it just kills the battery.
Now that's interesting because I do not experience that same.
On your BlackBerry?
On my BlackBerry, having WhatsApp open was fine.
No, killing me.
And now I'm curious. So you said you still get push notifications. So if you close it, meaning you go into the application list and you close it,
I'll get a ding-a-ding-a-ding and let me know.
So you'll still get a ping when you get a message. It's
Yes.
not like it shut that down.
No, it's still going to push.
Fascinating.
Driving me crazy if I don't. If I forget and leave it open all day, I'm like, why is my battery? Because my battery never runs out during the day.
Interesting. Now, did we cover the WhatsApp thing in the last episode? I don't remember.
I don't remember. We can talk about it some more. It's been a while.
Yeah, so it was an interesting little thing that they found out that Android and iOS devices were hackable. We did talk about it. Okay.
But not on the BlackBerry.
But not on the BlackBerry. And that's now since fixed on the other devices. But anyway.
Excellent. Well done. So what do we have left to cover? We apologize for the small delay between shows. We just took a break because really there wasn't a lot going on. And everyone was waiting on BlackBerry 10. That's what everybody was waiting for.
Right.
But we had a few people go. Well, they still are, but now we have a date.
Yes.
We'll put some links to those. But people were like, when's your next episode? So we now have a date for BlackBerry 10. We know it's the end of January. They're talking about devices. They're talking about the announcement. They've been talking more openly and doing demos. So we figured what better time. As you said, the apps inside of App World are getting slower and slower. And we hope it's because they're working on 10. But we didn't see them work on Playbook. And they were supposed to be working on Playbook, and they didn't work on Playbook either. So no problem. Anything else you want to leave them with?
Hi. No.
All right, everybody, you know what to do. Read the show notes. Please contact us on Twitter. BB Today for Twitter. You can call us at 443. Yeah. I was waiting for you to put the phone up. You got to call. Wait. It's like a phablet. You can call us. This is like the note, isn't it? The new note. It's like you can call us at 443-BB Today. You can email us at BlackBerry Today. And you can also follow our bookmarks that we put up for all the show notes. And what else did I miss? Anything else?
No, but send us tips.
Subscribe to us on YouTube.
Yes,
we have a playlist. If you don't want all the different shows, you can subscribe just to the playlist. Oh, and of course, let everybody know you're watching us on Get Glue. We are still on Get Glue, and it's nice to see people check in on Get Glue to say they're watching the show.
Yeah.
And let us know if you want us to go back to the Google Hangout and schedule it and have people live, because we did do Google Hangouts last time and we liked it. It was a lot of fun.
And we can actually schedule it in advance and let people know if they wanted to watch, if they were interested.
Or if they wanted to join in and ask questions.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Thank you very much for watching. We will see everybody in a while. And that is BlackBerry Today, episode number 20.
Bye.